Good afternoon, everyone. I remain your host on this channel. My name is Machuku Timothy Modeni, the MD and CEO of Pantings, Realties Limited, Abuja, Nigeria. Okay, this afternoon I will be talking about, I want to also say that the weather is very cold and calm and lovely as well. I don't know what's the weather like in your location and where you're watching from. But Abuja today is very cold. It's cold and the weather is very okay. So let's dive into the business of the day. I'll be talking about common land documents used in Nigeria and their differences. That is just all I want to discuss or teach today. Many of us, many Nigerians, let me put it that way, do not know the differences in some of the landed documents in Nigeria. I will first of all start with the C of O, which we normally refer as the Certificate of Occupancy in Full, or C of O in short. We also have the Certificate of Right of Occupancy, that's the R of O. And we also have, in fact, let me list all the documents for you that is being used for different land business, and all the things like the watermark or seal or signature, the office seals that you see on each document that makes it to be original. Okay, looking at C of O, which is the Certificate of Occupancy, it confirms legal ownership and the right to occupy the land for a term, typically 99 years and above. You see it written in the document. And also it comes with other details like plot size, like location, like the name of the allotee, the name of the landowner on the C of O. Now, the plot size, like you all know, we have different sizes. It depends on the size you have or you pay to acquire, from 500 to 1,000 to 2,000 square meter, or 5,000 square meter, or even a hectare, or depends. Some 20 hectares, in some cases 20 hectares, in some cases 30, 40, 50 hectares, it depends. Good. And the name of the allotee, like I said, the landowner, the name of the person will be on the document. The location as well. The location could be, for instance, in Abuja, we have Kubwa, we have Kubwa FO1, we have Duzape 1 and Duzape 2, we have Asokoro, we have Maitama, we have many other locations, even Dube. All these are the locations. So it will be stated, all these are stated in your Certificate of Occupancy. It also contains the plot number and plot file number as it's where, so that if you want to go for verification at the edges, you will be able to see the file number or the plot number. Okay. The other one is the right of occupancy, or the R of O. The issuing institution is the government, either the federal government or the state government. They are the issuing institutions. The R of O is a grant, is a grant for use and occupation of a land. It is the grant for the right to use and to occupy a land, especially in rural areas. Okay, so this is granted under the Land Use Act. It can be statutory urban land or customary land. So the thing is that the R of O is less powerful than the C of O. It often needs conversion to C of O for urban land development or resale. So That is what everyone is targeting, going after C of O other than R of O. We also have deed of assignment or deed of sale. You can call it deed of assignment, deed of sale, or you can call it conveyance of sale, or deed of conveyance. So it comes with either 2 to 3 names. Either you see it as deed of assignment, or deed of sale, or deed of conveyance. Any of this, that is the meaning. That is the name it goes with. So it is issued by a seller to the buyer, prepared by lawyers. So the purpose for deed of sale or deed of assignment or deed of conveyance is legal document that transfers interest and ownership in land from one party to another. So in such document, you see details like transaction, parties involved, consideration paid, description of land, and also this is registered at the land registry. The lawyer or the said attorney of either the vendor or the person that is called the purchaser, takes it to the land registry to document it, and it also shows the transfer of rights, but not original title. The original title still is on the name of the first allottee, which is the C of O rather. We also have the deed of lease. This is issued by the landlord or the leaseor. So the purpose of this is that it grants the lessee a temporary right to occupy land or property for a specific period of time. So the specific lease, term, rent, covenant and responsibilities of both parties, common in commercial property and estates. That is, you can get a property in an estate or anywhere for residential use, and you get it under lease, maybe for a period of 4 to 5 years or 10 years, depends on what the T&C, what the terms and conditions required. And also time bound, like I said, from 5 to 10 years. We also have the deed of subsale, sublease or subsale. It is issued by the lessee who has the leasehold interest, and the purpose for this is that it sublets the property to another party. And in such document, you have details like it requires consent of the original leaser, and also it extends the lease duration of the original lease. Okay, and it comes with derivative rights, not original ownership or direct lease from the landowner. Then we also have the governor's consent. The governor's consent via the Ministry of Lands. The purpose of this document is a legal approval for any land transfer involving a property already with C of O or R of O. That is what this governor's consent is all about. So, like I said, it's legal approval of any land transfer involving a property already with the C of O or R of O. The details here is that there is mandated section, there is mandate in section 22 of the Land Use Act, which mandates the governor's consent transfer a property to any party, to anybody. It could be a church, it could be a foreign organization, it could be any organization at all. Good. And then we have the survey plan. The survey plan is just a map out registered plan by a registered surveyor. It gives you all the coordinates of your land. That is what that document is all about. Some also I'll call it a TDP. Okay, it maps out the exact location and size of your land. It includes the beaconing of your property, coordinates, land size, and adjacent plots. From the survey plan, you will know whether there's a gully around that land. and also the partitionings and your neighbors. It is from the survey plan you will be able to know all these things. Okay? And then we also have what we call the Excision and Gazettes. Excision and Gazettes is issued by the state government, published in government gazettes. If you go to national news dailies, you see such properties being gazetted by the government. What it entails is that it recognizes communal ownership of land within government acquired areas. Gazette proves excision and allows individuals to apply for C of O. So the difference here is that you have preliminary recognition of ownership, not conclusive. It's not conclusive title, because it is government land. It is more like where the state government, like any state government, for instance, or say Lagos state government, say it's giving out a gazette or a decision, to the public. It will be announced, for people to pick up. They will mention plot numbers and tell you to, the interested people or persons from the public can apply, to getting this government gazette. Of course, we know that there is land receipts that should be issued to you at the end of the day when you purchase a land. The land receipt is given to you, and before this is done, you are required to provide your national ID card or your international passports and every other thing before they process your C of O or your R of O in that order. So the receipt contains the amounts paid, the date, name of buyer, seller, description of land. Okay? But it's not a legal title, it's just a receipt, just to show the transaction that has happened. And then we have the POA, or which is also known as the power of attorney. It's also issued by an attorney. Okay? This is issued by the landowner to another party. The landowner to another party. For instance, I have the land at Oji in Owerri, which I want to sell to someone. So I am required to provide a POA or a power of attorney to the person or to the party that wants to buy the land. So the purpose of this document is to delegate authority to act on landowner's behalf, that is, to sell or lease or manage property. The details in this document is that it must be specific. Be specific about the powers granted. Must be registered at the land registry to be enforceable. So you see that your attorney must prepare. It's the attorney or the lawyers that prepare this document for you. So you pay them to doing this. So they know all the protocols of getting this document done. So that will be all. That will be all on common land documents and titles in Nigeria as we speak. So for those who want to learn more, I am free. You can reach me out or call me on 080-350-79550, or you can email me on info@giovannihill.com.